Hey, welcome to UK Wild Crafts. Here's how to make Hawthorn ketchup, or hawberry ketchup, a delicious way of making use of the abundant hawthorn tree's fruits. These beautiful red little berries are full of antioxidants and B vitamins, and they're a good source of pectin, so you can add them into jams and jellies to help them set. This sauce goes great with pork, and it's a great condiment to have at a barbecue. I'm going to make the standard version today. Sometimes I'll mix it up a bit and make a Bloody Mary Hawthorn ketchup by adding Tabasco, Worcestershire sauce and a splash of vodka. Hawthorn ketchup is a simple thing to make. All you need are the hawberries. I've got a kilo of hawberries here. And if you're using a kilo of hawberries, then you'll need 600 ml of a vinegar. I'm using white wine vinegar, but you can use red wine vinegar or cider vinegar. You'll also need 600 ml of water and about 280 grams of sugar. You can use white or brown sugar. And then you can use some spices of your choice. I'm using star anise, clove and some peppercorns. First job is to pick through the berries and remove as much of the bits of stem and leaves as possible, and also if you find any berries that have gone a bit overripe, if they've gone dark and shriveled like these here, then remove them, and then give the berries a good rinse in cold water. Put the berries into a pan along with your spices and add the water and the vinegar, and then put it on a high heat and bring it to the boil. When it started boiling, then reduce the heat to medium-low and then leave it for roughly half an hour. After half an hour, give it a check and the berries should be splitting. And you'll see those berries are losing their colour, they're going a lot paler, but the liquid is taking on the lovely red colour. So you can take it off the heat now and pass the mixture through a sieve. You want to push the mixture through with a wooden spoon or ladle, and you want to get as much of the pulp through as possible out of the berries, because that's what makes the ketchup nice and thick. So all we want to really discard are the stones, any tough bits of skin and the spices. When you think you've got as much of the liquid out as possible, this is what you're left with. It's basically the seeds or stones, along with some fibrous parts of the skin, and the spices are in there as well. And this is the liquid that you're left with, a nice deep red colour. And I'm going to put this liquid back into a clean pan. Put it on over medium-low heat and add in the sugar. You want to keep it on a medium-low heat until the sugar is fully dissolved. Just keep stirring it well until the sugar's fully dissolved, and then crack up the heat. I just want to bring it back to the boil. And again, once we've brought it to the boil, reduce the heat to medium-low, and this time we just let it simmer for about 10 minutes, just so it becomes a nice thick sauce. And there we go, Hawthorn ketchup. And now we can pour that into sterilised jars. To sterilise the jar, all I do is pour boiling water into it, leave it for a few minutes, and then pour it out and let it dry. That should be enough to sterilise the bottle. So when that's cooled down a bit, then we can stick a label on it. So store this at room temperature for at least 2 weeks before you use it. It will help the sauce mature and you'll get a different level of flavours. And then once you've opened it, store it in the fridge and it should last for at least 6 months. I know there's quite a lot of sugar in this recipe, as ketchups normally do. If you want, you can reduce the sugar content, just be aware that it probably won't keep for as long.